Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Morris October Rants. Today, I just wanted to make a rant, and it's going to be about how I feel like people are really stuck in the past nowadays. Everyone talks about, you know, what they used to do and how things used to be in the world, and, people just don't really have anything to say about now or the future. Everything's about the past. Maybe it's because, they miss a particular relationship they had in the past, or, they had a particular situation that was going good for them in the past. But what does living in the past do? Living in the past is kind of a trap because it doesn't really do anything for you. It's nice to reminisce about the past and everything like that, but if you live so much in the past, then you're not going to be able to enjoy the future very much. So I just don't understand why people choose to live in the past, because there's a lot of good things that happen in the future that we could be excited about, or, things that are going on right now. There's always stuff going on right now around you. And people can drive themselves insane thinking about the past and, maybe thinking about what they should have done or what they should have said or how things should have been. Because, how many times do people sit around and reminisce about something that happened to them in the past? And, they like to say, if this ever happened to me again, I would try to, think of a new way to handle the situation. They say, if I could go back, I would make this right. I would do this differently. I would not react the same way that I reacted. And people like to think if they could go back in time and go into the past, and if they could change things and react a certain way that they didn't react. But that happened. And worrying about wanting to go back and worrying about what happened, and that's not going to change anything. So the past is the past, and that's why we have memories, because memories are a wonderful thing. But it can be a very difficult thing for people to understand, because a lot of the time people do get stuck in the past, and maybe because their life is really bad in the present and they want to reminisce about a better time in their life. So all they think about is the past because that's the only thing that makes them happy. And I understand that. I understand being stuck in a state of mind, especially if it makes you feel better. But, I see this a lot with music, there'll be a certain, album that gets released, and it's widely loved by the fans, and, they release albums after that, and people don't like them as much as past albums. And, singers have commented on about how when certain albums come out, they're in a particular time in their lives that made them write that album or made them able to relate and create certain music in that time period. And people get stuck in a certain time period of music too, and they can't move on and enjoy newer music. But, that's all I have for now on this topic. Not too long. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Morris October Rants. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for listening.